Welcome to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0.
You are now about to witness.
With your host, Scotty the Body.
Come down later for good
Serving up truth bombs, hard facts, and real life grit. It's time to wake up.
Good evening.
Let's grind.
Here we go again.
No, you gonna dig this.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another killer episode of Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. I'm your very handsome host, Scotty the Body. And today we're going to just jump right into it and speak on some troubling times of being a human. It seems that I've had a few conversations with folks and have been really upset about the outcome of these conversations because, well, of it, the conversation's catalyst or inception. It's simply put that ignorance has prevailed over intelligence once again, and I am here to correct it. I had 3 conversations with this week that hit the same nerve just in different ways. One was about God and politics. One was about lazy people on government aid. And the last one, the real spark, was about who's actually getting food stamps. 3 conversations, one common thread. People talking loud with absolutely no receipts. So let's peel it back. Conversation 1 was religion and politics. Jesus. Dude. This gentleman is recently found Christ, right? I've known him for a little over 20 years. We've been friends for a while. Blah, blah, blah. Backstory's there. He's recently coming into Christ as this is his way of life now. And he posted something on his Instagram saying something pro-Republican or the Republicans got my back about, Jesus or God or whatever. And I said, actually, you know what? I don't even think it was religious related. I just said, it's 2 sides of the same sword, my dude. So if you choose red or if you choose blue, they don't care about you. They'll still go out to fuck you. So he goes, my focus is on God's word, not politics. One side is anti-Christian and the other is past that. I don't care. Or the other isn't. That's a period right there. Past that, I don't care. So I'll tell you what. There is no religion in politics, right? They just use it as a tool to ring in the masses. And I remember specifically saying, Trump POTUS saying, God sent me. And if you do your research, like I have, you know that there is a prophecy out there. I can't make this up. I have no reason to. Of the false Messiah, not the false prophet, the false Messiah. We have to look into the Caesarian Son of Jesus Christ theory. It's all in there, but it's not far-fetched at all. I mean, if you read into it, you'll be like, "Holy shit! Wow, I can't believe this is a thing. I can't believe I haven't seen this sooner." This was like 20 years ago that I saw it. So, yeah. Anyway. God places and displaces kings for his purpose, just like God placed Biden in office. So he diverted into ignorance, right? He instead of acknowledging the same side of the same sword, or 2 sides of the same sword, 2 wings of the same bird, whatever. Same shit, different toilet. He reverted back to only what he knows instead of accepting a new idea, or the idea that's trying to save people. The real Christ consciousness. Yeshua said he wasn't coming back. Literally said he wasn't coming back. And to live the way that he's lived. Not everyone's going to get into heaven, but those who have lived as my Father has said will get into heaven. I may not. You may not. But you should still be a good person and see through all the nonsense, If you pray to God for a little discernment because you can't figure it out for yourself. So if you agree that there should be religion in politics, well, then you shouldn't vote, right? Because then you're saying that your religion is the best religion. And I'll tell you what, religion's man-made. It is. God didn't make religion. Man made religion. God made man. Man's stupid, right? Man conjures up all these stupid ideas and was like, oh yeah, let me make these fucking rules to protect my people. And if you think about it, a lot of these religions, they are only protecting a sect group of people, a certain group of people, a singular group of people. Like where does Hinduism come from? Where does Christianity come from? Where does Judaism come from? Where does Islam come from? Or any other religion? Satanism, all this shit. It's protecting a certain group of people. Now, if you do your research far back enough, you realize that we're all part of the same fucking thing. 3,000-4,000 years ago, we're all bound to the sun, and it was called Yahwism. Yeah, Yahweh. Yeah. Right. So, if we can, like I said, call on God for some discernment, I'm not even being religious. Just use your fucking brain, I don't know. And then he goes on to spit some proverbs at me. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. It's kind of hard to do that when you don't have any understanding of anything. You're reading a book that was rewritten by a fucking by a homosexual closet homosexual king with an agenda in mind, who also happened to be a Freemason. Yeah, and probably a Satanist too. He also wrote the book of demonology. Read that too. Read all the books that they tell you not to read. The Book of Thomas, the Book of Enoch. All the Apocrypha that the church tells you not to read are legitimate. All these Bible scholars or biblical scholars, they have a mission to curb any ideals that aren't theirs because they have a narrative to keep. The Jesuits, the Black Pope, the Gray Pope, the White Pope, they're all part of it. So yeah, God is real for sure. I'm not saying he's not, or it's not. I'm just fucking saying religion and politics is bullshit, and that's not real. That's all facade. It's all propaganda. That's some guy saying, "Oh, here's a cross. Vote for me." That's all it is. The next conversation I had was, I think, a day later or 2 days later. I posted. Oh, geez, what was it? It was a local map of the upcoming food drives that we were having in my area. Right? I reposted it, and a friend of mine, another one of 20 years, commented, and of course he commented some ignorant shit. He said, "Getting jobs would be a good start for those able-bodied fat complainers riding government handouts." Yeah. Dude, that struck me everywhere like a lightning bolt. I hated him for about 5 seconds. But we've been friends for 2 decades, so what am I going to tell him? To go fuck off? No. Greater heads prevail. I've evolved, so I'm trying to be the better. No, I am being the better. I have to be the teacher in some cases, and this is one of those cases, right? So I said, don't be one of them people, dude. And this next statement, I've only said because I've witnessed what's going on. I've analyzed most situations. I've paid attention to his social media, and he's been more religious or spiritual, a family man. He's getting a good grasp on life. We both had a crazy upbringing. But I say, does that sound Christian? As in, Catholic or whatever. Does that sound like you're trying to be better? I didn't hear anything. The little ... thing. I'm like, no, it sounds ignorant as fuck. A lot of people are on Snap and have jobs and kids, but didn't have opportunities like you did, or me. I mean, I didn't really have that many, but not every journey is the same. And evangelists die first, my dude, so be careful. He's like, what were my opportunities? I didn't go to college, never a dime towards anything. Now, I said, you had the union. I applied to the union and didn't get in. Shit happens. I move on. Do what I can. I know, dude, you'd be surprised. The amount, a lot of people aren't that smart. I'm not kidding. Actually have a conversation with some folks out there and realize that the world sucks. Not a lot of people are reading. Not a lot of people are part of a community anymore. And not a lot of people are willing to lend a hand. Like from where I'm from, Buffalo, New York, that place was the city of good neighbors when I was a kid. Now it's probably one of the highest in crime and unemployment. It's the next fucking Detroit. Tell me I'm wrong. We're both by terrible frozen lakes, and the weather sucks here, and the economy is terrible. So I say, all these folks, they don't know about the resources or can even do anything about them. And then here's something that I need to mention. I said, Yeshua, not the transliteration Jesus. Yeshua never asked for a resume or a pay stub or an ID. He said, if you are hungry, come to me and I will feed you. I haven't really heard back much from him since, which is fine. That conversation doesn't need to go anywhere. I just needed him to listen and to hear the word of God spoken through another's lips. You don't have to say the word of God, or you don't have to say, Matthew 3:17, or any of these things. You just live the way, right? Whatever that is to you. Now, the third conversation was with another friend of mine who is I've been friends with for probably just over a decade now. Let's see here. There it is. So, dude goes, where is it? Something. Oh. He had a comment on his story. It said, it's some stupid fucking meme. It says, my grandpa watching Trump take food stamps away from immigrants and colored people. I'm like, dude, white people get stamps too, bro. He's like, yeah, a white woman with 3 black babies and 3 baby daddies. I'm like, you're a fucking loser. No wonder you are who you are and no one likes you, right? You don't have any fucking friends. It's not a racist fucking convention. There's none of that exists. So I sent him a meme in response. I said, you're a lot closer to needing SNAP benefits than you are to becoming a billionaire. And you really need to remember that. And that's not just for him. That's anybody that's saying ill things right now. It's November 3rd and people are fucking starving or are going to be starving soon. And then what? You gonna help them out? Probably not. You should, but you probably won't. When's the last time any of you gave to charity? Then this guy goes, it's about giving and doing absolutely nothing for illegal aliens, not American citizens. I'm like, dude, it's all about control. Look at the bigger picture. Most of your freedoms are already gone anyway. Division and control. And I'll tell you what, brother, this has more validity to it than ever. We all need to stick together, especially with the incoming shitstorm. Keep that in mind. Your neighbor is not your enemy. The guy who asked for your vote is, period. No taxes have stopped. No wars have stopped. And we just went up another few trillion in debt since January. That's true. Unemployment is at an all-time high, and they're taking SNAP benefits away in a few days. None of this is good, dude. All roads lead to Roma. And what do the Romans say? Give them bread and circus, and they shall never revolt. My hometown, Buffalo, New York, they just built a brand new fucking stadium. Yeah. For the Buffalo Bills, yeah. You think they put a roof on it? No. I know. 50 years in the industry and they couldn't put a fucking roof on it. That's crazy. I know. So I pull out some statistics for this gentleman and I say, dude, listen, out of all the Americans, the millions of Americans that are here, like there's a couple 100,000, like 500, 600,000 or whatever, for only 41 million people use Snap, right? And out of that 41 million, only like just less than 2 million are non-American or non-citizen or whatever. So that's 2 million people. That's it. That's it. So 84% are U.S. born citizens. 11% are not. 6.2% are naturalized, 1.1% are refugees, and 3.3% are other non-citizens. And they said something about racially, so I went into the racial stats. I said, all right, let's get into it. White Americans are predominantly the major recipient of the SNAP benefits. Black Americans, so white Americans at 36%, black Americans at 26%, Hispanics are at 16%, Asians are at 4%, and the rest mixed or unreported is 17%. So if you're fucking blaming one group, you're lying with confidence, bro. The largest group on food stamps in America is white Americans. And I'll tell you that for a fact. Dude, I work in a black barbershop and I know more white people on fucking food stamps than I do black people. I'm dead serious. That's 100% fact and there's nothing to laugh about. You know, recently, I've done the lineage thing and went down the line, and I've recently discovered that I'm a lot of these things. I'm black, I'm Jewish, I'm Arab, I'm Ukrainian, I'm a lot of European shit. I'm, on top of being German, Italian, Spanish. I'm Spanish, dude. That's crazy shit too. Anyway, so when I hear this racist fucking connotation nonsense, like, dude, come on. You're well into your 60s at least, that I know of, and you're gonna say this dumbass fucking Jim Crow nonsense? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do your research. If you're gonna speak to me about any fucking topic, make sure that you're a loaded gun. Figuratively. You don't have a loaded gun, but you are a loaded gun with information. Because I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come prepared for this battle of wits and say, go fuck yourself. Don't be an ignorant cunt to me, because none of it makes sense. I don't have fucking time for this two-dimensional attitude. If you want to be better and make the world better, well then do something about it, right? Don't go kill people. Set the notion of being a good person. Don't force it. Just be a good person. It's not hard. It costs nothing to be kind. We all forget the system was built by everyone, on everyone, for everyone. My ancestors, my German ancestors came here, my Scottish ancestors, my Irish ancestors came here and fought in the American Revolution. They've been here, they've built the fucking country since its inception. I know what this country's been built on. And then the rest of my family came over here too when the communists were trying to take over fucking Europe. Yeah. Who's draining this system? Guys like you, who I know are on SSI and ain't doing shit with the world, are definitely draining the system. You fucking bum. When's the last time you gave back to anybody? Besides your smoking habit, or your drinking habit, or anything like that. Dude, fuck your vices if you're gonna be a racist piece of shit. Well, we all pay in, we all live here, and we all eat. If you don't like the fucking fact that there's more of one people than the other, well then start fucking and start procreating, period. That's all I gotta say. And that's really it, right? Politics, religion, race, just different costumes for the same show. Just division. They want you thinking in teams so you never actually think for yourself. If you think you're above anyone you'll never be able to look up and see who's pulling the strings. You know, we all come from the same place. Like I said, if you do your research far back enough, not to when you get bored or you're tired or any of that shit settles in, go past that. You realize that we all come from the same thing. 4,000 years ago, we're all fucking bowing to the sun, and it was called Yahwism. Probably a little longer. It's probably like 5,000 or 6,000. Either way, we all pray and manifest to the same thing, and I mean, there wasn't that many wars. There was just, hey, I like that cheetah coat. I'm gonna kill you for it, or we can trade for it. You know, and then this thing of like, I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna get into the whole inception of religion because it's all bullshit anyway. Now, this time I like to take a moment here into a new segment because I've been brought into another endeavor of my own. We'll call this Rise and Grind Reflection. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not really religious, so to say, because I don't believe in the whole church being in a building thing. But I do believe in spreading truth and giving light to those with no hope or with little hope, and then sharing with those with all the hope, right? And then we all can come together one day as a collective, because that's what Yeshua wanted. Yeshua tried to tell us, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to spread the good news during the Rise and Grind. We'll call it redemption, recollection, whatever you want to call it. We'll figure it out. It'll probably be different every show, but in the beginning of this episode, Jesus, I mentioned Yeshua, said that, come, if you are hungry, come to me and I will feed you. Now, with this SNAP benefits thing and people, you know, on the edge and waiting for another sense of division to pop up, I think we need to take a step back and look in the mirror and look within ourselves, right? And ask, like, what can I do to better the world today? And ask that every single day. Not, you know, give the bum your salary, but, you know, maybe help out at a soup kitchen once a month. I don't know. If you can give like a couple minutes a day to be doing something for somebody else, that's charity, kind of. If you're not making money on it and you're doing it with good intention, yeah, we can consider that charity. But for the people who don't have anything, do that at least once a month. You know, get a drive together, get a clothing drive, get a food drive. I'll tell you what, I remember, not faintly, very vividly, a period in my life where things seemed to be blissful, right? It was about 7th and 8th grade. Each year, my family did a food and money drive at the school that we went to. And a little bit of a preface, my brother and I went to Catholic school, Catholic grade school, but we didn't have to pay the entire denomination. They give us quite a bit of a break because we were exponentially poor. But when my mom remarried, we got out of all that situation, and we had my whole entire family come together. My mom's side, my father's side, my mom's spouse, my dad's spouse, all of our family, and we raised like, I don't know, it was like 1,000 canned goods, or 2,000-3,000 canned goods, whatever it was, over the couple of years. And then it was, I don't know, couple $1,000 as, you know, a 12 and 10-year-old. That was our thing at school, and we superseded anyone's expectations. We flew by them with flying colors, and I remember they actually took us up on stage and, you know, thanked us and congratulated us for doing what we did. And we ended up helped at the soup kitchen my 8th grade year. I'll never forget it, man. I thought growing up we were fucking poor, and dude, we were fucking poor. Like, we didn't have a house. My dad didn't get his own house until recently. He's almost 60. You know, my mom, she didn't get one until she was almost 40. But I digress. Being poor, you know, when you're when you walk into a situation like that, I think it was at St. Michael's downtown. Dude, you realize that everything you have is like gold, and then everything you want means nothing. There's a lot of people out there that have nothing, and on their best day is still your worst day. So your worst day, they can't wait to look forward to it. They barely have toilet paper to wipe their own ass with, or food to feed their kids with, or anything. Sorry I put that in that order. But yeah, man, like, during this time of reflection, maybe it's time, not even just this time of the year. Like, yeah, I know it's cold and the holidays are coming up, but why don't you act like that there's a holiday once a month? Not for you to celebrate, not for you to go get drunk or get high or whatever it is, but to focus on the people that need it. What's wrong with that? Set a specific day aside, maybe a specific denomination or specific goal. I'm gonna, get 5 pairs of sweatpants or whatever it is, a couple t-shirts, and I'm gonna send it to the mission, or I'm gonna gift this shit to Goodwill or whatever, or I'm gonna go do my grandmother's gutters on Saturday, or whatever it is, whatever it may be. Go do it. You're the only one who can. Another one that I like to get over today, I won't take too much more of your time, but is this one: do not judge, or you too will be judged. The world thrives on judgment, gossip, social media outrage, and just purely labeling others in the most ignorant fashion. People judge by appearances, politics, and popularity. Not of the soul, not of the heart, just if you get SNAP benefits or if you're making six figures. Matthew 7:1. That's in the New Testament. Now, once again, I'm not religious by any means. Very spiritual. Ever since, I feel like, the last year and a half, and then more greater on after my mother passed away earlier this year. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we all take a step back, look in that mirror, a good look in that mirror, and realize that we all need improvement. This is not a once a year thing. This is not I'll think about it thing. This is an everyday thing. So, in closing, God sent me this leader, or those freeloaders are killing the country. Whoever says that shit, ask them, where's your proof? Because numbers don't lie, baby. I mean, look at the American Red Cross in 1946. But propaganda sure preaches, baby. This is Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. I'm Scotty the Body, reminding you that awareness isn't rebellion. It's your responsibility.